Now, whenever the execution comes on the line number 24, then what happens? We just initialize one for loop, means our PHP compiler just execute this syntax, means PHP understand there is a for loop, so it is just initialize. This is the index initialization, means a variable initialized with 0, and this is the condition of for loop, means this, if the condition is true, then this loop will execute one more time, a total loop, total these coding will execute one more time. Okay, what is the condition? I less than equals to 3. What is the initialization? I equals to 0. What is the incrementation? Increment by 1. Okay, now so this loop will execute 0 to 3, means 4 times. Do you understand that? Means
Yeah.
all this coding will execute 4 times. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
Till now is all, till now all is the clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we just simply echo our variable, what is the value of I, and the br tag for coming to next line, nothing else. But within this loop I use another for loop. Okay,
Yeah.
now what is the working of this for loop? I just initialize this for loop, I just use different variable, not I. Okay, a different variable, you can use any variable name. I just use j equals to 0, I initialize with 0, and this is the condition, means this loop will execute till the j is less than or equals to 1, means j will be executes 0 and 1, means 2 times, because we just
Okay.
increment by 1. So this loop will execute 2 times. But how? Means for every iteration of outer loop, this inner loop will execute 2 times. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, means for I equals to 0, this coding will execute, and this loop will execute 2 times for I equals to 0. Then I equals to 1, this coding will execute, and for I equals to 1 also, this loop will execute 2 times. So that is our output, means for I equals to 0, inner loop executes 2 times, means there is a 2 time hello. We just print hello in our inner loop. Okay, Kushi. For I equals to 0,
Yeah.
it will execute 2 time again, for 2 and for 3 also. Okay, this is the working of inner for loop, or you can say inner nested loops. Means for every iteration of outer loop, inner loop will execute fully executes. Okay. Now, my requirement is I want to just print table of 2, 3 and 4 using nested loop. Okay, using nested for loop in these two loops. Let's see how I code. I want to table of 2, 3 and the 4. Okay, I just initialize my first variable I with 2, means I just assign $I the value 2. Okay, now
Yeah.
I want 2, 3 and 4.
Okay.
Now 2 to 4. Now our outer loop, how many times will execute? Khushi, how many time will this
Three
our
times.
outer loop will execute? Hmm?
2, 3, and 4.
2, 3 and 4. Yeah, 3 times. Okay.
3 times. Yeah.
Okay. I just remove this. I don't want to print I value. I want to print the table. Okay. Now, so we have the 2, 3 and the 4 if we want, because of this loop. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
I want to print the table for 10 digit table. Okay, every table have
Yes.
10 digits. Okay, now,
Yes.
so for that, I just initialize the variable j with 1, and I will run this variable till 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Okay, now tell me how many times will inner loop, if you have only this loop, how many times this loop will execute? If you have only this
10.
loop,
1 to 10.
10 times?
Yeah, 1 to 10.
Yeah. Now, now let's see the coding. I'll explain you what is the working of this inner loop.
I might refer you a person in US who's looking for a shift. Job, job.
Okay. Now,
Who's looking?
this the our second loop is in
So I'll refer
the
details to you.
outer loop, means the second loop is our nested loop. Okay, Kushi? One second, Kushi.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so for every iteration of outer loop, the inner loop will execute 10 times. Okay, Kushi? Now, just see the coding. I'll explain you. One second, Kushi. Please be online.
Mm.
हाँ सर. हाँ. म्यूट पे है, आप कर सकते
केबल भी निकाल
हो. कट गया नहीं, वो तो कॉल चल रहा है. कट कैसे गया? कितना लेंगे? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Kushi.
Yeah.
Let's move ahead. Now, I'm doing, I'm just multiply the value of I and the value of j. Okay. Let's see the
Yes.
output on our browser. What will be the output? Is that our requirement or not?
Yes.
Yeah, this is our requirement. Yeah, table of 2, table of 3, and the table of 4. Okay. How we get this result? Let me explain how we get that result. Now, for the first execution of our outer loop, I will initialize with 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, our inner loop will execute 10 times for I equals to 1. Okay, Kushi, what is our inner loop? Let's see the inner loop. I just initialized the value j with 1, and it will be run 10 times because I set the condition less than or equals to 10. Okay, Kushi?
Yes.
Now, what I have done within our inner loop. Within our inner loop, I just multiply I and j. Let's see. In the first time, I equals to 2. Okay, here is 2. In the second time, oh, okay, I equals to 2, and the first iteration of inner loop j equals to 1 means 2 into 1. 2 into 1, what is the result for 2 into 1? 2. Okay, we get 2. Is that clear, Khushi?
Yeah.
Now this inner loop will execute 10 times. So in the for the second iteration j will be 2. We just increment j with j plus plus. This is the incremental operator. We already discussed about the operators.
Yeah.
Okay, now in this for second iteration of our inner loop means for this loop, for our inner loop second iteration j will be 2 means the value of j is equals to 2. Okay, Kushi. Now the what is the value of I will be the same for all the iteration of inner loop. Okay, so I equals to 2. 2 into 2 because the value of j is also 2. Now 2 into 2 we get a 4. Same as for one second, for I equals to 2 this loop will execute 10 times. Okay, after the j, if the value of j is greater than 10, then the our inner loop will terminate. Okay, if our inner loop will terminate, the controls goes back to our outer loop. Means now the value of I will be incremented by 1. So value of I will be 3. Now if the value of I is 3, then this code again executes. Means for 3 also this loop will execute 10 times and again control back to our outer loop. When I equals to 4, this loop will again execute 10 times. Okay, so
Yes.
when the value of I is 5, then only this loop will terminate. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
So we get the output. For 2, this is because of our outer loop I equals to 2 and inner loop will execute 10 times. So we get 10 digits. When I equals to 3, then we get this the table of 3. When I equals to 4, we get the table of 4. When I equals to 5, our loop terminated. So there is nothing for I equals to 5.
Yeah.
Let me just quote something more to understand. I'm just echoing value of I and j, nothing else. Okay,
Mm.
a dollar I. Okay, and I can echo space like this. I already told you the operator of the concatenation operator of string dot. I just concatenate the space. Okay, now
Mm-hmm.
I echo again with the value of j every time. And again I just, one second, you get confused because of this, I use one echo. I just echo a space, nothing else. I space, yeah, this is space. Okay, now I just echo a string equals to, this is a count as string because this is within the quotes. If you use any character within the single quotes or double quote, it's treated like a string only. Okay, Kushi? Now let's see the output.
Yeah.
I just refreshed our browser. Yeah, this is our output. Means this 2 is the value of I for our first iteration of outer loop, and this is 1 to 10 is the value of our inner loop. Okay, it will be
Yeah.
the every time same, but value of I changes. Okay, first is for
Yeah.
first iteration the value of I is equals to 2. when for the second iteration the value of I is equals to 3. Did you get the logic, Kushi?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just print there, nothing else. I just print the value we are equal, nothing else. I can print cross also. Cross also means into. Okay. If I just refresh the in place of the space there is a symbol asterisk symbol. Okay, so this is our requirement, the table of 2, table of 3 and the table of 4 using the nested loops. Did you get the logic
Yeah.
of nested loops?
Yeah.
Now, Kushi, tell me, if I want the table of 5 also, where I should have to change? If I want table of 5 also, means table of 2, table of 3, table of 4 and table of 5 also, where I have to
Just
change?
we have to do less than 5 instead of 4.
Instead of
I
4 in our outer loop.
outer loop. Yeah.
Yeah, if we just change for 5, then we get one more table. Yeah, we get the table of 5 also. Now, if I want not 10 digit for every table, I just want 5 digits only. Where should I change?
J less than 5 equal to 5
Less than
instead of
equals
4.
to 5. Okay, so
Yeah.
our output will be only 5 digits
Up to
for
5.
every table.
Yeah.
Okay, till now no
Yeah.
confusion.
No.
Let's make a confusion. Okay, I don't want to print the table of 3. I don't want to print the table of 3. I want to print table of 2 and directly table of 4 and table of 5 using the same code. Using this code, I just want to just set a condition so I didn't get the table of 3. Give me the logic. Just give me logic. I will code for you, or you can, if you know the coding, you can give me the coding also. What I have to do, that table of 3 is not going to print in our output. I just want to table of 2, table of 4 and the table of 5.
Mm,
Do you know the logic?
no.
Could you just tell me what is in your mind? What's going on in your mind? You can tell me. I'll I'll just correct that. No matter. If you are wrong, doesn't matter.
Can we do I is equal to 3 and then again I less than 5?
No, then I have to refresh 2 times our browser. No, I don't want to refresh 2 times. I just the whole output will be come into our screen only with one refresh. I just want to the output means I don't want to table of 3 in this output. In this output, if I refresh, I only get the table of 3, 2, 4 and 5 only. I just we just learn about the continue statement, continue keyword. Do you remember about the continue and break? We just learned that 2 keywords.
Yeah.
Now let's create the logic. What is my requirement? My requirement is I don't want to print the table of 3. Okay, this is my requirement. Now What can I do in coding? Why the table of 3 is printing? Because of the value of I. Means when the value of I is equals to 3, then we get the table of 3. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
Yeah. If we done some code when the value of I is equals to 3, then I don't want to execute these code. These all the code I don't want to execute. When the value of 3, value of I is equals to 3.
Are you doing anything on the screen?
No,
Oh, okay.
you can't just share my screen, or you can't do anything with my screen.
No, you are not changing code, right?
No, I didn't change anything. I didn't change
Oh,
anything till now. Till now, I didn't change anything. Okay. Now, what is the logic? Let's create logic first. When the I equals to 3, then I'm getting the table of I. Okay, Kushi.
yeah.
If I have the code like that, then when I check the is the value of I equals to 3, okay, is 3, then just don't want to execute these line of code. So we will get our requirement. Okay. So what is the code? Let's see. What is the code? We already discussed about the if statement also. We discussed about the if else. You can
Yeah.
use if only. If means only if, also you can use. Means without else. You can use only if. Okay. If dollar, what should I check? Dollar I equals to is the operator. Okay. It's 3. Then what I have to do, I just want to continue.
I cannot see. That's why I was asking you that I cannot see what are you doing.
Okay, you are not able to see the screen.
No, yeah, that's what I was asking.
Okay, one second, Kushi. Let me check. Yeah, please be online. Maybe there is a it's need the password. I have to log in again. Maybe the session expired of our free skin sharing. Sorry, I didn't get your point at that time. Please be online. It's logging in. Yeah, just have to click on the start meeting. Yeah. Now, Kushi, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Now, one second. I'll just write the code again. Okay, this is our a simple code, our last code. Okay, Kushi.
Yeah.
Now, what is my requirement? When the I equals to 3, I don't want to print the table of 3. Means I don't want to execute this code. If this code will not execute, then the table of 3 will not going to print on our browser. Okay, Kushi. Let's see how we implement our logic. If the if condition, a simple one, if I equals to 3, means we just checking when the I is equals to 3, then the code within the if condition will be executed. Okay,
It,
Kushi.
I, yeah.
What we write within the if, we just enter a continue keyword only, nothing else. What continue do, or you can say what is the working of continue? I already,
It will not print 3 and after 3 it will continue.
yeah,
That's
means
right.
working of continue is if the continue executes, means this line, if this line will going to execute or continue keyword will execute, then our loop will not execute anything. The control just go to back. Means control just pass back to our loop. Back to our loop. Means for 3 I equals to 3, these code will not going to execute. If this code will not execute, then we didn't get the table of 3. When I equals to 4, then this is the false condition. So no continue will execute for the same as for I equals to 2 and 5 also. You get the point, Khushi?
Yes.
Continue, just continue. What continue do? Continue, just transfer or our controls back to the loop. Back to the loop means after the continue, there is any code will not going to execute if the continue executes. Okay,
Yes.
let's see the output on browser. I just refreshed. Yeah, is this our requirement or not?
Yes.
Yeah, we got our requirement. First we have to just acknowledge our requirement, and after then we just have to create the logic. If we create the logic, the last thing is the implementation of our logic. This is just a implementation of our logic. Okay,
Yes.
so tell me, Khushi, is there any query regarding the inner loop, continue, if anything?
No.
Is there any query? You can ask me. Khushi, are you there?
No. Yeah. 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 No.
No query?
No. Please.
Okay, I'll give you a task of inner loop. Okay, after the session,
Oh.
you have to complete that task till tomorrow.
Oh.
Now, let's move ahead. Let's see what we are going to learn in our today's session. Last part. 1 second, Fushi. We discussed about the loops, functions, array, sorting array, sorting array. We discussed about the sorting array also.
Yes.
We discussed that.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorting array means there is a inbuilt function. You can say inbuilt function or predefined function. Means we just use this sort, r sort, and ar sort to sorting our array as per our requirement. Means sort is used sort array in ascending order. Ascending order means the smallest value comes in the first position and the largest value comes on the last position. Okay, okay, Kushi.
Yes.
Let's see one example, and you have to do all the. I'm just showing you only short how we use the short. Okay, then you have to practice all the other functions. 1 second, I'll just comment this over in nested loops. If you get the working of nested loops, then your logic will be uh, very improved, very improved. Okay, just practice nested loop. Okay, Kushi. Now I'm just taking any variable AR. User defined variable. You can use any name. Okay. Now array. 1 second. Just okay. This is a keyword array. Okay. Within this
Yes.
brackets, we have to just initialize what is the array. Array can hold multiple values. Okay, this is the main concept of array. Array can hold array type of variable can hold the multiple values, nothing else. Okay, multiple values means 30, 10, 20, 40, 80 also. We have 5 values in our $ar, means that variable is a array type. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, first, I'm just printing this a simple variable array. Let's see the output. Then after I use the our sort function AR. Okay. I just print the our array type variable. We have to use print underscore R. Why?
To bring the value of
Sorry?
to bring the value in
No, no, no. If we have array type variable, we should use the print underscore R. Echo doesn't print our array type variables. One second, let me show you with print underscore R. Then after I will show you with equals. So this is our array. In the array, in the zeroth position there's 30, 10, 20 in the first position, 10 second position, 20, and so on, 40 and 80. Okay, if I use a simple echo in place of print, let's see, if I use just echo with dollar AR the name of our array type variable. Let's see the output. It's just written on our screen the array, nothing else. Means we cannot see the value of array using the echo keyword or echo function. We have to use print underscore R for displaying array elements. You get the point? We already discussed
yeah,
about that also. Okay, Kushi?
yeah,
Let's move ahead. I just have to remove this and print our element echo. We can just print our element print underscore R function. This is the predefined, or you can see the inbuilt function of PHP. Okay. Now let's see one another inbuilt function of PHP for array type variable. There is a sort. Within the sort, I just have to pass our variable, nothing else. Rest of the
yeah,
thing, this sort function do for us. Let's see the output. Let's just echo a BR tag for proper display, nothing else. Now I'm just printing again the same variable.
we have to write print again also.
Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, I'm just writing the print again because we can just see the changes in our output. Okay, did you ask? Sorry, or you ask anything else?
No,
Kushi?
no, okay.
Yeah, you ask now why we are printing two times.
Yeah,
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 because this first time we print our simple variable without the sort. After this print, we use our sort function in our this array type variable. Okay, after this we are just printing our same array type variable. Let's see the changes in the output. Let's see the changes. Yeah, this is because of our first print, means there is no sorting has been done, but in the second the smallest value is 10. Yeah, the
yeah,
smallest value is 10, but in our first output it is on the second position. Now it is on the first position. Okay,
yeah,
after the 10 the 20, 30, 40, and in the end of our array there is a 80. Did you get the working of sort function? Khushi, is there any confusion?
no,
No confusion?
no,
So you have to practice all these remaining functions. R
Yeah,
sort, what the
yesterday
R
I
sort
finished it all
sorry.
solo, so I was yesterday I saw this all PhD again, so I know.
Okay, K short, R short, just read out this description. These are the simple functions, simple inbuilt functions. If you just read out the description, you will understand the working of this function. Okay, the short function just
Mm-hmm.
do what the short function do. Short function just do sort our array and just assign the sorted array back to our array type variable. The same variable means it's just sort these elements in the ascending order and assign these sorted elements back to our same array type variable means dot $ar. This is the working of our sort function. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is our array and the sorting of it. Now, please practice of this also. Let's move ahead. Let's see. Kushi, do you remember the Rohit sir just take a session about the HTML and the CSS?
Yeah, I know the HTML.
Sorry?
The HTML.
And the CSS session, our Rohit sir, take the session in the starting of our study. Rohit sir take a session of PHP, sorry, the HTML and the CSS. What is the HTML? Do you remember?
Yeah, we could be.
Okay, let's see what is the HTML, and you have to revise that session also. I don't know what the exactly date, but you have to see the video. Minimum you have to see,
Yeah.
at least you have to see the video. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's see. I'll just describe what is the HTML. Let's take a new page. I'm just taking a new page. Okay? And just saving it as a mm, one second. HTML demo. Okay, dot php. I'm using just a new file, nothing else. Okay, Kushi.
Mm.
And saving into our folder means once again let's see.
If you want to save the new file, do we have to select the save as PHP? Okay,
Yeah.
because I was trying to open a new file and when I tried to do like save as PHP, it was not letting me do. Like it was coming something I don't know what.
Then you have to save that file within these folder means if you are using WAMP or XAMPP,
Yeah, then
WAMP, yeah. If you are using WAMP, then that file should be in your folder means we have the study folder. Within the study folder, we have all the files. If you are creating a new file, then you have to save here in this location. Okay.
okay.
Okay, then only you can run your file using this means a study previously we are using the pushy session.php. Now I will run the HTML demo.php because this file once again this file is in our study folder and this localhost represents the www folder. I already told you. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I run, there is nothing because we didn't write anything in our file, a blank file. This is our blank file. Now, let's see what is the HTML. In the HTML, once again. Now, HTML is a language, you can say a markup language. But you understand the markup language. Markup language means every code within a start tag. You can say this is a tag, a less than, HTML, and the greater than. Use you can call this as a tag. Means there is a start tag and there is a end tag of HTML.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
you use slash, backslash, means you are ending the HTML tag. Okay, means this is
Yeah.
a HTML file. If means all the code you are going to use within the tags. Okay,
Yeah.
this is just a info. If you want to remove, you can remove it. There is no difference in our output because of this. Okay, okay, Kushi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now within the HTML tag, all the code about the HTML, all the tags related to HTML will come. Let's see the head tag. This is the head tag, means just for a heading. Means if I give the
Heading.
title, let's see the result on our browser where the title shows. Here in the our tab, in the our tab. Did you notice that, Kushi? If
Yeah.
I write demo within the title tags, mean in between the title tags, in between, why I say the in between, because the title tag starts and this is the title tag ends. Okay, in
Yeah.
between title tag I just write the demo. So where it comes, demo comes on the tab. Okay, so
That is information.
if you are, let's see the real time example for that. If you are creating a page for your website, a login page, okay,
Mm-hmm.
then if you want to show the users, means in the tab also, that is login page, then just you have to do login, then it will display that is the login page. It doesn't affect the coding, but it just used for display the information on our browser tab. This is a tab of our browser, nothing else. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So the title tag used for display the information in our browser tab. We use the title tag within
It
the
will change the name
of
of the
name of.
mm, yeah, like it will change the like it will give the name of the title, like of the
Yeah, if you change the string within the title tag or in between the title tag, it will change the tab info also, means welcome. Let's see, welcome, then show the welcome. Okay, did you get the point?
mhm.
Is there any problem or any query or any
No.
confusion? No, no. Okay, let's see the next step. You can use to display a heading into the browser means our in this screen. This is our main screen. This all the blank screen. If you want to
Mm-hmm.
just display any heading, you can use H1. This is the ending of H1. Within this, if you write anything, means if you write welcome page, okay, what will
Yeah.
let's see the on the browser. Let's see on the browser. Yeah, a bigger heading is there. Is it so or not? There is a heading?
Yeah.
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 Now, if you use, you can use H1, H2, once again, H3, H4, and till H4. Let's see the difference. Let's see the different ones in nitrogen. Yeah, this is the end. I'm just changing H1 to H2 in the next line. This is H2, this is S3, this is S3, this is H4, this is H4. Okay,
Yeah.
now let's see the output on the browser. Yeah, H1 is biggest one or H4 is the smallest one. The same output, same characters, or you can say same string will be put on our browser. This is use We are using HTML language. Okay, HTML is a markup language. Every browser understand the HTML. Okay,
Yeah.
so we just use the head tag, means H1, H2, H3, and the H4. We use title tag for displaying the info in our browser tab. Okay,
Yeah.
till now any confusion?
No.
Okay, now this section, you can see this head section is just for information, nothing else. Informative section. This is a informative section only. You can say the informative section. Okay,
Yeah.
but main coding we have to write
Yes.
within
What
the
is
body tag.
body? Yeah.
Main coding means we always have in our website a text boxes, a buttons, a drop down. Did you notice the text boxes? Do you understand about what is the text box? One second. If you use, if you are going to use the Facebook, just open the Facebook. Now we get the a login page. This is the login of Facebook. Okay,
Yeah.
this is the text box. Means we just enter our username or phone number or email into this text box. So this text box contain the user input. You can see the user input. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
This is called the text box. We have two text boxes. These are the headings, or you can say a simple text which is just give the information that what we have to write in within the text box, nothing else. The password is we have to write the password. Why it is coming the hidden format, I'll explain you how we get that password field also. Okay,
Oh.
and this is our button, means this is button. Whenever we click, some coding will execute and display the information, nothing else. I just write the wrong email address and password, I get that the email id or password is not recognized. So this is the working of any website, means we always have some text boxes, some checkbox. This is called checkbox. Okay, this is called checkbox. This is button, a simple button. This is a hyperlink. I'll explain you what is the hyperlink. The anchor tag, just remember this is a anchor tag. Hyperlink means this is a link. If we click on this, we will redirect in some place or in another page, nothing else. Okay, in this place, this is also a text box, a simple text box. This is your first name, second name, email, then email, password. This is called drop down. What is called drop down? Okay, Fushi, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is called the drop. One second, Kushi. Okay, now these are three drop downs, nothing else. We will discuss about the drop down also, how we get the drop down in our HTML. We will discuss about that. This, what is this? What is this? What you call if you want to describe these two buttons, or you can say what you call that?
Um, so
A simple word, a
it's
simple
part of
yeah.
what is it?
Yeah, you in the coding language, this is called the radio button. Okay, a radio button means
Okay.
we have to select if male or female. We use the radio button.
Okay.
Okay, so this is our HTML, a pure HTML coding. All these are the pure HTML coding. But what happened after the clicking of button? We use a language. For that, we use the language. Okay, let's come back to our page. What we have done in our page, we just have a title and headings, a four heading, 1 to 4, h1 to h4. Okay, okay Kushi, now I'm just
Yeah.
creating a text box. How we create the text, let's see. All the text box is comes under a input tag of HTML. You get the point? All the text boxes comes under input input tag of HTML. Means tag means every code within the tag in HTML. HTML is a tag based language. You can say markup language means tag based language. Okay,
I
Kushi?
think again your screen is stuck.
Yeah, I didn't get you, Kushi. Sorry.
I, I think again your screen is stuck over there.
The above code, this code, I have to explain again.
Ah. Oh no, no, no. Okay, okay. Okay.
Okay, means
Okay.
I just do nothing. Means I just take the HTML. Means this is the starting of HTML file and this is the ending of HTML file. Okay,
Yeah.
within these two tags all the HTML codes will be written. Okay, Kushi.
Yeah.
Now I just take the title within the head tag. This is the starting of head tag, this is the ending of head tag. Means within the head
Mm-hmm.
tag we just see the title tag. What is the title tag? Within the title tag we use welcome. If we use the welcome, we get the welcome in our browser tab. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. If we use the h1 h2, you can say the heading h1 h2 h3 and h4. This is the starting of h1, this is the ending of h1. Within this, if you write anything, then it will display a larger compared to h2, h3 and h4. Okay, Kushi. Let's, yeah, this is
Yeah.
because of h1. Okay, this is because of h2, this is because of
Yeah.
h3 and this is because of h4. Okay, Kushi.
Yeah.
Yeah, now this is the informative, you can say the informative tag. Head tag is the informative tag only. If you want to use the text boxes, what is the text box? I already show you what is the text box. Means for inputting any value from the user, we have to use the text boxes. Okay, let's see how we get the text box in HTML. All the text box or input fields comes under input tag of HTML. let's see input. This is a input tag, a starting, or you can say the ending. One second. We have to end this input tag here. Means its start and end have the same. Okay. We just end by using the backslash within the input tag. Okay. Kushi, is there any confusion?
You have to use the backslash.
Yeah, I just use backslash. I mean, I told you there is, if there is a start tag, so there should be a end tag also. Okay, but in the case of input, we use start and end tag same tag. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So we don't have to end. We just have
yeah,
to write input in backslash.
yeah. I just try to print something. Means now this is our input tag, a simple input tag, but we didn't get anything in our browser. If I just run this, I didn't get anything. Yeah, I get the text box because by default, sorry, I get text box because by default the property of input tag takes a text box. What is the property? Let's see what is the property. Main thing. I get a text box because of that input tag. Did you understand that or not?
Yeah.
Why this text box is coming? Because of this code.
Input.
Because of this code. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If we want to put another box, I just have to print
Yeah.
again
Yeah.
input.
Just copy the input and the paste input. There will be two text boxes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now let's see the property. What is the property? Means every tag, every HTML tag have the properties. What is the property? Properties means if we use type, the type is also a property of input. Means if you want to text, you have to write text. This is the by default. If you didn't write anything, means our HTML, our browser understand that we want a text box. If you write, and if you didn't write anything, means if the same output will be when you write. One second, one second. Input type text. What is this input type? Type equals to text. Type is a property of input tag. It is a one property of our input tag, nothing else. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are just telling our input that you have to display a text box, nothing else. So there would be no changes in our browser. Why? Because by default it just our input tags change into a text box by default. Means if you didn't write this, then it will assume that we are using a text box, or we want a
Text.
text box in our browser. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I just want a button. Okay, I just want a button in our browser. Let's see the code. Type is a property of input tag. Okay, now if I
Yeah.
write button, then let's see the output. There will be a button. This is a button with no,
Oh.
yeah, there is nothing written on this button because we didn't written anything. We just use a blank button. That's why it's showing a blank button. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
So what we have to change? Just we have to change the type. This is this property. If we want button, then we just enter type equals to button. If we want to give the value, we have more than one property of every tags, means we have so many properties. Okay, let's see another property of input tag, value. A value property. Within this, if you give any string, then it will display on that. Means we are just entering save into our button. Let's see the output. Let's see the output. You will understand this. Yeah, save is printed into the button. Why?
Oh,
Because we just assign a save into our value property of input tag. Means let's see the code. This is the input tag. This is the value property of our input tag. Okay,
yeah,
you get the point?
yeah.
Okay, so this
Input
is our
and
simple button. There is one another button. One second. There is another button. Input type. If you use submit, then let's see what will be there happen. A submit button will be here.
oh, okay.
Why? Because these two are the buttons, but there is some difference. I'll explain you the difference of these two buttons when we are learning the form tag. Okay,
Okay.
there is a minor
So we don't
difference.
have to write in second input button. It
Nah,
will automatically print the button with submit.
yeah, submit, because the default value of this submit type, means value means this property. The value property default, by default it prints submit. If you want to change, just use the value property of input tag. Value, if you want to add, just write add. Okay, into your button,
Mm-hmm.
and means second type button, a submit type button, then you get the add. Okay,
Okay.
but if you don't use anything, then it will by default give you submit, because that is the by default value of our input tag. What is the value? Value is the property, means by default we have the value of our property submit in of input tag. This is our tag. Just remember that this is our tag. These are the property, and within property, we if we changes, means if we write text of type property, then we get the text box. If we write button, then we get the button. If we write submit, then also we get the button. There is a minor difference. I'll give you the example. What is the difference? Okay,
Yeah.
one second, be online, just be online. My battery is low. Just get.
ठीक है सर, उसमें पब्लिक तो आ गया। अब आपको सेकंड मशीन में पब्लिक आके देखिए डायरेक्ट होना है। सेकंड मशीन में आके देखिए डायरेक्ट। इधर हो गया सर, इधर हो गया। आई थिंक वो जो लिंक का जब आप एक्सेस करेंगे तो इसको डिसेबल करें। एक ही मॉडल से आया। देन भी एक ही ये सी ये लेकिन मॉडल दो थे। बड़े नहीं बोल रहा।